Hello and welcome back to my road to 200 kilogram total. Now for today, I'm going into this week with especially after seeing the assigned weights, that it's going to be much more focused on volume, especially for today's day 1 for the 8th week. So that meant squatting again heavy squats. So that's going to be 125. For today it's going to be 5x3, and you all know how that went last week and 2 weeks ago, sorry. And at the end of the week it's going to be a 130 kilo back squat for a 5x5. So yeah, looking very forward to that. So I'm gonna have to scale back a lot of my other daily activities so that I have energy. Now for today, especially for today, when I saw that I had to do a lot of volume, I decided to have a bigger breakfast. So that was, again, I know I probably shouldn't be eating cup noodles, but it's quick sodium and carbs, quite a bit of fat, because instant noodles are instant or preserved that way because they are deep fried so that they can last longer. Anyways, I had that for breakfast, as well as a protein source. So that was just some chicken that was left over from my mother's birthday party. Oh yeah, she turned 58 2 days ago. Yay, so happy birthday to her. So basically a lot of food over the weekend, which is probably going to explain why I'm actually quite strong for today, because it's a gain body weight. It's mostly water weight, but still there's that psychological aspect of, I'm heavier, I'm definitely going to be hitting these numbers. And I'm not going to spoil anything so that you can see the whole video, unless you skip to it obviously. But yeah, the back squats today's whole session actually went great, accessory included. Hopefully I'm going to be able to keep that up for the rest of the week. Anyway, so moving forward to my snatches. Now for the snatch, I was actually quite worried about seeing that it's actually a quad. It's quadruple, not quad as in the muscle, but quadruples or fours. So it's snatch for a 4x4, and that is, I think, one of the most voluminous things I've ever done, especially with the snatch. But I was kind of worried that maybe here we go. I was honestly quite worried that I was gonna lose a lot of that power, but strangely enough, there was no dip in power. In fact, it helped a lot. The quads helped with the following set of snatch triples at 50 kilos. So yeah, I guess a lot of high rep snatching works well for me. Alright. Here I'm really focusing on keeping that bar close and utilizing the positional strength or the power position. There we go, good. So you can see, keeping it close to my quads and then just exploding. Boom. Very good positioning. I'm still trying to get down what Dara told me. It's Dara Fitzgerald. I'm trying to internalize and perform what he said about aggressive feet. So I used to equate that with stomping, but I'm trying to think about it more as instantly flattening my feet upon the catch so that I have a more stable base. Because what ends up happening a lot, especially with heavier attempts, and this is more relevant with the clean rather than the snatch, but whenever I catch heavy weights, my right ankle tends to buckle, and that's what causes me to miss a lot of lifts. A lot of heavy lifts. Because when the ankle buckles, my knee will also end up buckling. Yeah, that was set number 3, I think. This is the last rep. Yeah, a lot of these videos are just me, are just mostly free-flowing thoughts. Oh, that was the last set, so that was set number 4. It's just more or less free-flowing thoughts. So at this point, it's more or less it's a journal rather than a training. Well, no, a lot of what I talk about is still related to training, but yeah, again, this is is this type of video I like to make. I like just voicing out my thoughts on things randomly. It's been helping a lot, honestly, also with the mental aspect of it, because I don't really like writing. So I think the fact that I'm talking about it more, talking about how I'm feeling, especially with when I fail lifts, when I'm disappointed with myself through athletic performance. I'm rarely disappointed at myself in terms of other things. Kind of narcissistic, but that's just how it be. Yeah, so that was the end of the snatch triples, and the cleans were not great. I'm not used to doing this complex, by the way, is a 3 clean plus 1 jerk. I'm not used to doing that many cleans because I don't know how. Obviously, with the snatches, I just let them go down slowly, but with the cleans, I know that it loads my back a lot. So I'm still trying to figure out the best way to drop the weight, if I just stand it up and then drop like that one, or if when I catch it, just lift it up a bit and then drop, or yeah, I'm still figuring it out. I'm not even gonna be sure if this is gonna be in the next training cycles, but if ever it is, then I have to figure that out. Jerks are just amazing. I told Fitz that I've been trying to focus a lot on keeping my back leg bent during the jerk, and you know what, it's been helping a lot, but I'm not sure how it's gonna look at heavier weights when I focus more on the speed and not, drop so much just to be able to bend the leg. But yeah, I'm very happy with how the jerks are looking. One thing I have to take note of, though, is that when you do the jerk, it's always during the jerk recovery, it's always back leg first, and I think I see the problem of doing it's front leg goes back first instead of what I usually do with my back leg going forward first. And I think what happens there is that you will miss the weight forward. You'll end up walking it just to save it. And in terms of the rules of weightlifting, especially when you're competing, it's that you cannot step out of the platform and the weight must drop on the platform. So yeah, I think keep getting the balance back by bringing your front leg back first rather than your back leg front first. Wow, that's such a tongue twister. Anyways, that's the correction that I'm trying to implement now. Sometimes I just lose track of it. Now for this, I know to myself that I should not be with previous experience. I should not do heavy jumps at all with the back squat. I need to take my time with the weight. So 20 kilos per set is too much, especially when it's nearing the working set, especially now that I'm nearing maximal numbers. So from 105, I usually just immediately go to 125 and see where it goes. But nope, for today I decided to keep it smart and decide to do that. It's 65, 85, 105, 115, and then 125. Now here's the first set. Just like last week, it's still first set, it's pretty strong. Here I'm really focusing on keeping my chest up, and you'll see how it helps in the later sets when that bar is just wants to go forward. I think that's just the effect of how I squat. So here, let's see, in the second set of this 5 reps for 125. Yeah, you can notice that it's not as low, but I think that it feels low. I'm just hitting just below parallel. I'm using the floodgate barrier in front because it's reflective as a point of reference, and the proprioception of knowing that my glutes are just past my knee. Okay, so here's the money set. This is the third set. I Oh, by the way, I gave myself 3 to 4 minutes of rest in between because I really wanted to finish this 125 for 3x5. And as you can see, this one was 4 minutes and 4.5, I think, of rest, and that's not ideal. But I'm struggling. The bar is rolling forward as I squat down, trying to keep my chest up. There, you can see my head pop up because that's me adjusting. Oh, what's up with the light there? And yeah, that was one hell of a fight, and I'm very happy with that. Now let's see. Hopefully, I managed to do that for 130. Now for this one, I only recorded the first set when I should have recorded all of them because then I'll have better footage. I ended up for the third and fourth set, I ended up keeping my arms straighter because my fear with this before was that my back would just cramp up, but especially when I kept my arms straight. But when I ended up doing it with straight arms with a much stronger back now, a much more flexible back, I'm able to do them straight arms. So yeah, that was and they're actually getting a lot easier. First 2 weeks was hell, but fairly proud of myself for getting stronger with the Evo wheels or ab rollouts. I need to buy an ab rollout machine. Now finishing it off with 15 kilos for 15 reps on each side for Russian twists. And that's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys liked it, and wish me luck for the next few days. Hopefully I'll be able to get that 130 kilo back squat for a 5x5. Anyway, peace out.